But long term, what has long been said in the Green Party loves open source, and we love to talk about open source, though none of us are coders who know how to utilize open source, is CiviCRM. CiviCRM is used by a few states. The Howie campaign processed all of our donations and did volunteer intake and things like and email blasting through CiviCRM. This problem with CiviCRM is it is not a very user-friendly system. Has no real cost besides server costs once you have it set up and running and maintenance. But it takes a lot of know-how and a lot of work to get it set up in the first place, right? And frankly, some members of the Illinois Green Party have what I've been told is the largest CiviCRM install in the world. It has 8 million people in it, every single Illinois registered voter. And the reality was that project was shelved because they just did not have the capacity to continue to work on it, right? So why CiviCRM is not a short-term solution, despite being cheap, well, in theory cheap, is that it takes a good amount of know-how and initial investment to get it set up. So long-term, what I would really love to see is for the Green Party to do that thing that we always talk about, to develop our own van out of CiviCRM, but to do so is going, I don't know that the National Party will ever have the resources and the gumption to commit to this. So it may take state parties coming together and funding, putting their money together to help to hire developers if needed and to get things running the way they are. It's largely done and it's largely ready. It just really needs the finishing touches. But I don't think it can be done by a single state, let alone a local party. I think it's going to have to be a coalition of state parties or the national party picking it up. So when it comes to databases, that in my mind is the ideal. And it's open source, and with the right coder, we can make it do literally anything we want. But I don't see that as realistic in the short term. So in the short term, for those parties that are, don't have a database system or are struggling with, forwarding nation builder like Illinois was, Action Network's a good alternative. Check this. Let's see. Yeah.